What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to trade Bitcoin simply to get rich. This video is pretty much created for the people that want to know a simple process for making monies in these markets consistently. This video is not for people that want to have 10,000 indicators on their chart, that want to do day trading in 15-minute time frames or 1-minute time frames. This is a simple process for investing in Bitcoin in the big picture so you can get rich off these markets. You guys, this video is going to be full of a lot of really good information about trading, about how to position yourself and how to make money, even though 80 to 90% of investors lose money. So it's very, very simple process, you guys, to make money in these markets. Einstein has a quote for saying, "Things should be as simple as possible and no simpler." So that's what today is all about. You guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I also appreciate all the commenters and all the VIP members and all of the free viewers and free Discord members as well. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So how to get rich on Bitcoin simple. A lot of people overcomplicate their trading. You'll notice when I'm doing these videos, I rarely have very many indicators on the chart, right? Here's like the bow linear band. There's one indicator that I have. I have the Ichimoku. These moving averages are here, but I use them like once a year. You'll notice I'm mainly focusing on price, volume, Fibonacci relationships, and sometimes Elliott waves. But if you can take this whole thing of trading and simplify it, it takes a lot of the fear and the emotion out of it, right? So let's look at Bitcoin on the big picture here. This is the 15-day candlesticks. This is not a strategy for trading 15-minute. This is not a strategy for trading 1 hour. This is a strategy for trading. We're talking the weekly time frames, the monthly time frames. So this is mainly focused on patterns that are going to appear in 3, 6-month, 1 year, and 3-year periods. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this box and I'm going to draw between the major support level at 20K and the major support level at 30K. I'm going to make this box golden looking. Now, when you're trading big time frames, first of all, the bigger the time frame, the more meaningful the support and resistance level is. Also, the bigger the time frame, there's going to be more orders on those levels, right? Think of how many people have their buy orders placed at 20K, or how many people had their buy orders placed at 25K, or how many people had their buy orders placed at 29K. Those are going to be major areas where people have buy orders. Does every order have to get filled? No. In fact, a lot of times you'll have a low buy order. For example, a lot of people have a buy order at 20K right now, and that doesn't guarantee that the market's going to hit that level. In fact, if a lot of people are expecting 20K, which, by the way, a lot of people are expecting 20K, 17K, even 7K, I've seen some people call for, it becomes less likely that those levels are tested. However, having a buy order never hurts at those levels, right? Even if it's not your entire portfolio. One other thing that's important to note right now, you guys, because there's a lot of fear in the market. If you look at the fear and greed index, we're in extreme fear. So that's a good buy opportunity. Whenever you're really low on this, like a 9 or like a 10 or 11, whenever you're really low on this, like it was last April, before Bitcoin saw a huge bounce, it generally presents a buying opportunity. So there's a lot of fear in the market right now, and so a lot of people are going like 100% into Tether, or 100% into USDC or USD, and that's usually a sign of fear. And so there's a lot of people that have like 100% of their portfolio in a buy order 20K. And I will call you out on that, because the most effective way to trade these markets is, first of all, what's called a buy ladder. So you want to have more than one order. Second of all, aside from buy ladders, you guys need to have risk management. And good risk management means that you always have some capital in the market and some out. When there's extreme fear, it's actually wiser to have more in than out. When there's extreme greed, it's wiser to have less in than out. So that's a very, very simple way to think of it, but going 100% out of the market, that's actually called capitulation. It's usually a sign of investors selling because they feel like they can't handle any more losses, and guess what? That's where the big money and the whales are buying. So this yellow box that I have on the bottom of the chart is actually, this is not financial advice, but down here, if you want to simplify the trading process of Bitcoin, I want you guys to think like a buyer on major support. I want you to think like a buyer as we're in extreme fear and people are going 100% into Tether like we see right now. And if you want to simplify the process of taking profits, you find the last all-time high, which, by the way, was 67, almost 69,000 per coin here. And when markets break their all-time highs, they go into something called price discovery. They're discovering new prices. They've never been that high before. That's why it's called an all-time high. So as you go into price discovery, that's when you begin to see this little chart here go from being extreme fear to extreme greed. And that's where you want to start thinking like a seller. So you can take another box. We're not going to get into exact targets here, because that's VIP stuff, but for you guys in these free videos to make some money, start making some money, then you want to think like a seller. In this, as you break into price discovery, you want to start thinking like a seller up here, right? I can take this one, and if we want to make it red, so you know that it's a seller. So if you're buying while things are undervalued or people are in extreme fear, and then you're selling while things are overvalued or extreme greed, that is a very simplified process for understanding the movement in Bitcoin. And there are ways to figure out targets and stuff as well. And you can also, on top of that, start to learn a little bit about the Elliott wave theory, so you can buy those levels a little bit more accurately, understand what's going on, inside of the cycle, whether you're undervalued or overvalued, and then you can put that in conjunction with like the fear and greed index or the sentiment you're seeing in the market, watching everybody panic sell their coins. And this is a really simple way to trade Bitcoin. And as you go into the seller range, just like how we bought multiple buy orders in the buyer range, you'll also sell multiple sell orders in the seller range. So you'd have a few different orders. And whatever price target everybody is expecting, like for example, I'm seeing the most common, for the bulls right now, the most common price targets I'm seeing for Bitcoin is actually 1 million per coin. I've seen a lot of people say that this is the cycle, we're going to 1 million per coin. In my opinion, that's perma-bullish. There's a middle path. You don't want to be too bearish or too bullish at any point in the market. There's bulls right now that are saying this is a cycle, Bitcoin goes to $1 million per coin. So just like how most everybody's expecting 7K, 20K, and even 13K and those levels down here, just like how it's unlikely for us to test those levels as a result of the majority expecting it, it's also unlikely we go all the way to $1 million per coin this cycle because the majority of the bulls that are too perma-bullish are expecting that. So the perma-bearish bears are expecting way too low here, below the last all-time high, and the perma-bullish bulls are expecting levels that are ridiculous for this market cycle, like $1 million per coin. Could Bitcoin go to $1 million per coin someday? Anything's possible through a few different market cycles, but in this cycle, will I be taking profits at $1 million per coin? No. In my opinion, we're going to go into price discovery. As we go into price discovery, this will go from extreme fear back up to extreme greed, like we saw, when all of the altcoins were going crazy last April, and Bitcoin was going crazy last April, not this recent April, but last year, 2021. That was extreme greed. So as we start to get up there, I think we'll turn around. But you have to have that middle path. You have to keep things simple. And this is how you guys can simplify the process of getting rich in Bitcoin. You will notice, though, you can't really do this in the smaller time frames as much. So that's very awesome, you guys. This single tool, this single strategy of buying major support in bigger time frames with a few different orders instead of all at once, and then selling in price discovery in bigger time frames, not all at once, a few different orders, is extremely effective for trading these markets. Also, you guys, using in conjunction with some of the other stuff you're learning about, whether it's Fibonacci, whether it's your Elliott wave patterns like the expanded flat that Bitcoin just made, or the fear and greed, you can put it in conjunction and your effectiveness in trading will go parabolic like these markets are about to as we recover. So let's talk a little bit about the shorter time frames here. Thank you guys for watching as far as we have. Please stay clear till the very end for a little opportunity, special opportunity in these markets. So Bitcoin, now we're zoomed in a little bit to the 2-day time frame. Bitcoin has seen 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave up. Now it's in corrective structure, which is just a fancy word for the market went so high it needs to correct itself. It needs to find a true valuation. In corrective structure, what you'll notice is as you bottom out, which could be here or near, as I've been saying in these videos, most people will flip bearish, just like how everybody was bullish at the top here on wave 5. So now that we're in corrective structure, this is actually done. We were looking at 3 different wave counts: a running flat, which would have looked like this, A, B, and C. This would have been the bottom at 34,000. That obviously did not play out as we failed support here. The other pattern that we were looking at is a regular flat, A, B, and then this C wave would have stopped basically at 29K or 30K. That did not happen. We pierced slightly below the wave A. So that makes this an expanded flat correction, meaning that the B wave did go above, but the C wave also went below, as you can see. And if we go from the bottom of this chart to the top of this chart with our fib tool, it tested the 618, which is the golden ratio. Your homework this week is to get on YouTube and type in Donald Duck in Mathemagic Land. It's a 20-30 minute video, and it's an awesome awesome little video. It talks about math, Fibonacci, Pythagoras, all of these ancient things that we use clear to this day were discovered by musicians, by mathematicians, and we have the Fibonacci ratio as a result of that. So that 618 is called a golden pocket. It's consistent throughout nature, through life. It's found in the human ear. It's found in sunflowers. And that golden pocket is an excellent buy opportunity. So you can see why anywhere near this 618 level has been a great opportunity for buyers. As people are panic selling, they're in extreme fear. We're seeing what's actually going on from a geometry, from a math perspective, from the same math that formed the cosmos. You guys, this is consistent throughout life. It's beautiful. So for me, you guys, I like to simplify the process of trading. Again, Albert Einstein said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. So in these videos, when you see me using Fibonacci, Elliott waves, and big time frames, yes, it's a very simple trading strategy, but it's not simpler than it needs to be. We still use, Ichimoku, we still use Fibonacci, we still use enough things to give us that extra information that we need, but we don't use too much that we get confused and we get lost in the market. So that's my video for today, how to get rich on Bitcoin made simple. Thank you guys for watching clear to the very end. I have a special opportunity for you guys, my mastermind program. I've been filling up more slots, so it won't be here forever. Also, you guys, as Bitcoin goes into price discovery and really goes parabolic here, I will not be doing this mastermind program forever. I officially formed a 501c nonprofit to help people prepare for the Great Depression and other things that will be coming, which everybody's calling too early. But the reason why I did the mastermind, I received some personal revelation that I needed to open up a mastermind program to help some people learn this stuff, master all the stuff that I took over the past 5 years in my trading that's helped me make a ridiculous amount of money in these markets, helped my friends make millions of dollars as well in these markets. I created this mastermind program because I'd like to give you guys some of that information that I've learned over the years and help you guys make either your first 100K or your first million investing in these markets. And if you guys have already made your first million, I know a few of my mastermind members already have, I'd like to help you guys protect your capital, learn some of the market cycle stuff, learn how to hold through a correction even if you have to watch your investments go down a little bit, how you can stay clear-minded, and get ready for the price discovery coming. Also, how to buy the panic, how to buy where people are scared and sell when people are excited. You guys can master that in the mastermind program. If it's something you're interested in, simply apply below. I'd love to be your mentor inside of the mastermind program. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I look forward to seeing you in future videos and updates. As always, stay profitable out there.